Picture this scenario because I guarantee it has happened to you in the last week. You're scrolling through your phone on a lazy Sunday morning. You see a notification. Netflix just charged your card. Then you remember, oh yeah, Spotify renewed yesterday. And wait, when did you sign up for that meditation app? You open your banking app and start scrolling through the charges. $12.99 here, $9.99 there, $14.99 for something you forgot existed. And you think to yourself, it's fine. It's just a few dollars a month. But what if I told you that those innocent little monthly charges aren't just costing you money? What if I told you that the subscription model is mathematically designed to extract maximum wealth from your bank account with minimum awareness, and that the average person is now spending over $200 a month on subscriptions they barely use, which over a lifetime represents nearly $150,000 of wealth that could have been yours? You think you're paying $10 a month for convenience, but after we run the numbers on what you're actually giving up, you'll realize you're not renting services. You're financing someone else's retirement while sabotaging your own. My name is Bobby, and I spend way too much time reverse engineering the psychological tricks that corporations use to separate you from your money without you even noticing. If you are someone who feels like money just disappears from your account every month, or if you've ever been shocked by how little you have saved despite having a decent income, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Because today, we aren't talking about budgeting tips or frugal living. We are talking about a systematic wealth extraction system that has quietly become the most profitable business model of the 21st century. We are going to calculate the true cost of your subscriptions. And I have to warn you, once you see how much of your future you're trading for services you don't even use, you will never click Start Free Trial the same way again. Here's the fundamental shift that happened while we weren't paying attention. 20 years ago, you bought things. You paid once, you owned it, and that was the end of the transaction. You bought software for $50, it was yours forever. You bought a DVD, you watched it whenever you wanted. You bought a gym membership annually, and that forced you to think about whether you'd actually use it. But then Silicon Valley discovered something magical. They discovered that the human brain is terrible at tracking small recurring charges. We can feel the pain of spending $120 all at once, but we barely notice $10 leaving our account every month. It's psychological arbitrage. They're exploiting a bug in our mental accounting system. And it's brilliant, devastatingly brilliant. The subscription model isn't about providing you ongoing value. It's about making you forget you're paying. Let's perform a financial autopsy on a hypothetical person in this economy. Let's call her Sarah. Sarah considers herself financially responsible. She's not extravagant. She doesn't buy designer handbags or lease luxury cars. She just has the normal subscriptions that everyone has. Let's count them. Netflix, $15.99. Spotify, $10.99. Amazon Prime, $14.99. The gym membership she used twice this year, $45. The meditation app she opened once, $12.99. Cloud storage because her phone is full, $9.99. The meal kit service she signed up for during New Year's resolution season, $60 a week, but she pauses it half the time, so let's say $120 a month. The premium LinkedIn because she's networking, $29.99. The New York Times because she should stay informed, $17. The password manager, $3.99. The VPN because someone told her she needed it, $11.99. The Ancestry DNA subscription for updated results, $9.99. The Audible membership she forgets to use her credits on, $14.95. The Patreon to support that one creator, $5. The Adobe Creative Cloud because she edits photos sometimes, $54.99. The HelloFresh, wait no, that was the meal kit. The Peloton app, even though she doesn't have a Peloton, $12.99. When you add this up, Sarah is spending $431.82 every single month on subscriptions. That's $5,181.84 a year. But here's where it gets truly horrifying. That number assumes she's using all of these services. Research shows that the average person actively uses only about 30% of their subscriptions. That means Sarah is paying for services she's not using to the tune of roughly $3,600 a year. She is literally setting $300 a month on fire and watching it burn. But we're only looking at the surface level cost because subscriptions don't just cost money. They cost opportunity. Every dollar you spend on a subscription is a dollar that can't compound. Let's run the nightmare scenario. Sarah is 30 years old. She maintains her current subscription spending of $432 a month for the next 35 years until she retires at 65. If instead of spending that money on subscriptions, she invested it in a basic index fund earning a conservative 7% annual return, do you know how much money she would have at retirement? $732,000. $732,000. Sarah isn't just paying for Netflix. She's paying for Netflix with her financial independence. She's trading her future freedom for the ability to watch shows she's already seen 3 times. And here's the part that should make you furious. The companies know this. They've done the psychological research. They've optimized every aspect of the subscription model to make you forget, to make you rationalize, to make you keep paying. First, there's the free trial trap. They offer you 7 days free, sometimes 30 days free. You sign up thinking you'll cancel before it charges. But they're banking on you forgetting. And you will forget because they make the cancellation process just difficult enough that you need to set aside time to do it, and you never have time. Then there's the annual discount trick. They offer you 12 months for the price of 10 if you pay up front. It sounds like a deal, but what they're really doing is locking you in. You're far less likely to cancel something you've prepaid for, even if you stop using it, because of the sunk cost fallacy. Your brain says, well, I already paid for the year, might as well keep it. Then there's the tier manipulation. They offer you a basic plan, a standard plan, and a premium plan. The basic plan is deliberately crippled. It's missing features you definitely need. The premium plan is absurdly expensive. So you pick the middle option, which is exactly what they wanted you to do all along. You think you made a rational choice, but you were herded into it. And then there's the ecosystem lock-in. You start with one Apple service, then you get another, and suddenly you're paying for iCloud, Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and Apple Fitness Plus. You're spending $50 a month in the Apple ecosystem, and you can't leave because all your photos, your music, your everything is trapped inside their walled garden. They didn't sell you services. They sold you dependency. The subscription model has also fundamentally changed how we value things. We used to ask, is this worth buying? Now we ask, is this worth $10 a month? And $10 a month sounds like nothing, so we say yes. But that's the wrong question. The right question is this worth $120 a year, every year forever? When you reframe it that way, suddenly that meditation app you used once doesn't seem like such a harmless little charge. There's also a hidden psychological cost that nobody talks about. Every subscription you have is a tiny piece of mental overhead. It's another login to remember, another renewal date to track, another potential charge that might overdraft your account if you're not careful. It's cognitive clutter. Your brain is running background processes tracking all these subscriptions, and that mental energy could be used for literally anything else. You're not just paying with money, you're paying with mental bandwidth. So what's the solution? How do we escape the subscription prison? Step 1 is brutal awareness. I want you to go through your bank statements right now, not later, right now, and list every single recurring charge. Every subscription, every membership, every auto-renewal. Write them all down. Calculate the monthly total. Then calculate the annual total. Then multiply that annual total by 30 and calculate what that money would be worth if you invested it instead. Stare at that number until you feel something. Step 2 is the usage audit. For each subscription, ask yourself, did I use this in the last 30 days? Not might I use this someday. Not it's good to have just in case. Did you actually use it? If the answer is no, cancel it immediately. Don't tell yourself you'll cancel it next month. Do it now. The companies are banking on you procrastinating. Step 3 is the replacement strategy. For every subscription you have, ask if there's a one-time purchase alternative. Instead of Spotify, could you buy the albums you actually listen to? Instead of cloud storage, could you buy an external hard drive? Instead of the meal kit, could you just buy groceries? Sometimes the subscription is actually the better deal, but usually it's not. Usually you're paying a convenience tax that compounds into a fortune over time. Step 4 is the annual review ritual. Put a recurring calendar event on January 1st every year titled Subscription Audit. On that day, You review every subscription you have and justify its existence. If you can't justify it, you cancel it. This single habit will save you thousands of dollars a year. Step 5 is the replacement rule. Before you sign up for any new subscription, you must cancel an existing one. This creates a natural cap on your subscription spending. You're forced to prioritize. You're forced to make trade-offs. You can't just keep adding forever. But here's the deeper insight. The subscription economy isn't just about money. It's about ownership. It's about control. When you subscribe to everything, you own nothing. You're renting your entire life from corporations who can change the terms, raise the prices, or cancel the service at any time. You have no equity. You have no assets. You're a perpetual tenant in someone else's digital property. There's something profoundly dystopian about a world where you don't own your software, your music, your movies, or even your memories stored in the cloud. You're paying forever for temporary access to things that used to be yours. And the companies love it because they've turned one-time customers into permanent revenue streams. I want you to imagine two versions of yourself. Version 1 subscribes to everything. Every app, every service, every convenience. She spends $400 a month on subscriptions from age 25 to 65. Version 2 is ruthlessly selective. She spends $100 a month on only essential subscriptions and invests the $300 difference. At age 65, Version 1 has nothing but decades of expired access to services she barely remembers using. Version 2 has $549,000 in her investment account. Same person, same income, radically different outcome. The only difference is awareness and discipline. The subscription economy is designed to make you a passive consumer of your own financial destruction. It's engineered to be invisible, automatic, and psychologically frictionless. Your only defense is to make it visible, manual, and psychologically painful. Every subscription should hurt a little bit. You should feel the cost. Because if you don't feel it, you'll wake up at 65 and realize you rented your entire life and have nothing to show for it. Audit your subscriptions this weekend. Cancel ruthlessly. Invest the difference. That gap between what you were spending and what you're spending now is where your freedom lives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.